Well, good morning, you little darlings, you. It's morning and I'm doing a video because I have a call with a customer tonight at 10 p.m. So I feel like I can take a little time to screw around with y'all for a little bit. And my never-ending efforts to never leave a motorcycle alone, and even though I put the fueling dipstick, vented dipstick on the CVO, and like it, and I've noticed a huge reduction in oil in the it's early. Air filter, sorry. Blech. I still feel like I want to do the whole breather ports on the head. So we're going to do that. I gave away the kit that I had put together before to a viewer, so I had to order new stuff. So we're going to go ahead and drill that sucker properly without the incorrect anglage. And we're going to vent the heads today with a DIY kit. We started this mess a long time ago, but I figured I'd start over with the whole what we'll be using today kind of bit, right? So you have some 3/8 inch hose, fuel line, whatever you want to call it. Amazon cheap. You need an 11/32 drill bit to make the hole that you're going to tap in the back plate for the breathers. And because I'm filming, there's a goddamn something going down the friggin' road now. I hate you. I don't know who you are, but I don't like you. He's just going for a drive on his mower. You know. It's a noisy stamp subdivision. Anyway, all right. So 3/8 fuel, oil, whatever you want to call it, line that the oil's going to go through when it's leaving the motor. An 11/32 drill bit that we're going to put holes right there. I'll be back. I don't know how much you can hear that mower, but we're just going to go with it. There's like different sections of grass in this subdivision. So they've decided to have sections of it cut every day. There's mowers in here every single day. Like they don't come on like Monday and do it all. No. We just do a little square there and there. And I think they're all around my house. Okay. So what we're going to do is drill holes at the bottom of there. Okay, I killed him. No, not really. He's just someplace else now annoying somebody different. Okay, so we're going to start over. 3/8 inch hose. 11/32 drill bit. We're going to drill holes right about there. So if you don't know the history of this project, I had done this once before and had drilled holes here right on the side because I was going to put elbows. Well, the problem is the elbows actually hit the heads on a 117. I don't know if they will on a 107, but they hit on a 117. So we're going to drill right kind of where those two ridges meet, and we're going to go with straights downward. And then we're going to have a line from here and a line from here to a T, and then a short line to a catch can. That way the heads can breathe out instead of spitting oil mist out this hole that then goes into the the intake, the throttle body, and gets burned because it will funk up your piston heads. So, and you lose a little power and it increases heat and all this stuff. So, I mean, yes, right now what I'm doing is creating an EPA violation, which to me kind of adds some funness to it, is that I'm actually breaking a regulation. So, awesome. But this is only going to be ridden off the road, if anyone from the man is watching. This is an off-road only touring bike. Okay, all right, let's get started. All right, got my 11/32 ready to go. Again, you got to remember your angles and whatnot, but I'm going to be going for right between these two ridges, at least on this plate. Yours might be different, of course. And you might not have the clearance issues, Clarence, out here. But the first time I ever saw this done online, the person had drilled it in the side and put 45-degree elbows, and didn't work with at least the shape of my back plate. This is an S&S Stealth, and the shape of the 117 jugs on the bike. So they actually made contact. There was no spacing, and I know everyone's going to comment. Washers, no, that worked. Because, you know, this needs to touch the motor. Anyway, so I'm going to go from the bottom here, and I'm going to go straights as you can see here. So what we're going to do is drill these and then tap it for an 1/8" NPT. This is a 1/8 NPT to a 3/8 barbed fitting. Bought a pack of 5. Then we're going to go, you know, the hose on each of these on each side down to a T, which I have here. 3/8, 3/8, 3/8. I've got some pinch clamps, which you don't need a lot of pressure. The first time I did this, I did it with like actual, you know, worm gear hose clamps, and it's just a little unnecessary. And this little dude has a nice catch can I bought from Revzilla. When I checked last time, when someone asked me where I'd gotten one, because I'm running a similar kit on my twin cam, they were out, and it was like no longer available or whatever. But this is a pretty nice little deal. This catch can, you know. Whoop, now that I've lost the phone, well, there it is. Looks nice and everything too, so I think it'll look good underneath that breather. So again, yeah. So this is just going to go to a T, and that's just going to hang under the air breather, and it's going to catch any mist inside that little bit of foam. So let's get to drilling. We have successfully drilled, tapped, and put in our barbs. I'm gonna call it. So there you go. And are they perfectly straight? No. Why? Because this is a weird shaped thing. You can't put in a device. It's made of plastic. Da 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 da. So unless you're a far greater man than I, they're not that bad. Unless you're a far greater man than I, you can see they're not going to be perfectly the same angle. They are horizontally, but not, you know, vertically. Because again, this thing's plastic, there's ridges all over it. You really can't hold it perfectly straight while you're drilling. At least I couldn't, but it's not bad. You won't see it anyway because it's behind the cover. So those are drilled again. So it was an 11/32 drill bit, and then I tapped them 1/8 because I happen to know, of course I knew because I ordered these things. You know, these guys are 1/8 NPT on this end, and then 3/8 here. So I apologize in advance for everyone who's already disappointed. Nothing went wrong and I didn't destroy anything. I apologize. Now I'm going to cut some sections of this guy, put them on the T in the catch can, mock it up like this, and then we'll put it on the bike later. Yeah, be back. Uno momento, por favor. Again, I'm sorry to disappoint. Only one minor hiccup, and I hope you guys learn from my pain. I bought all this stuff on Amazon. You could probably go to your local Ace and find it, although I'm not sure, because when I needed these barbed fittings before, Ace didn't have what I needed, but you could try locally. I know the big box stores didn't have it, at least down here in Florida. So this is what it looks like done. So you can see that's all you would see is the catch can hanging out, and you really can't shorten this because you got 2 fittings inside there. That's about as, you know, but it's going to hang down between the cylinders. That's I think it looks kind of cool actually. It looks nice on my Heritage. I'll show you on the Heritage because I did the same kit on it, and that's what you see. So I actually kind of think it looks pretty cool. So what you see is that much hanging down below at least the teardrop on this. This is the tribute color cover, they call it, so it's a little different shape. And of course, I don't know what intake you've got. Air breather. This is a, you know, universal kind of solution, but yours might look a little different. So play with it. Don't just go, this is what he did, and go to town. So now when I take it off, I sort of mocked it up like that, because I was curious myself how much you could see. That's what it looks like underneath. So it's not exactly the prettiest thing. And the one thing that I did that I would say don't do is the hose that I ordered came with these, you know, pinch clamps, you know. And not that they're horrible, and they are holding. I just don't want to leave it to that. You know, you're going on the road, you hear tink, 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 and it's because your catch can's smacking against the cylinder because you lost one of these. So I can't leave the house today, but so I ordered some 3/8" hose clamps. They'll be here tomorrow. So I am going to go ahead and clamp these down properly with some, you know, worm gear guys. But that's it. Oh, you know what? No, that's not it. So you can buy this kit like pre-put together from DK Customs. But theirs comes with, the 2 hoses meet, and you got a breather filter in there, and you're going to get some misting out of there. I don't know how much, but you're going to get some. I did the catch can. So this is a little bit more expensive. I'll put all the links down below, and I honestly can't remember, but I think I've got, I don't know, 50 bucks, you know, and all this. And I'm sure you can find a cheaper catch can, because the catch can was like $30. The one thing you do need to have, Obviously, you need to already have the drill bit. You need to have a tap kit. I didn't. I bought one for this project the first time I did it. And it's my favorite tool now. I'm just going to start drilling and tapping everything in the house. Never let a monkey have cool toys or he's just going to go to town. So the last thing I do have to do that I did not mention is if you don't plug this up, oil's still going to get through that hole, get in here. I mean, I don't know how much. Someone smarter than me can comment. But if you don't plug that up, it ain't going to work. And the first time I did this, I tried a bunch of different things. I even tried the right gauge of wire and putting some adhesive on there and sealing up the whole channel. And that seemed to work, but someone out there said use set screws. You just get a tiny set screw and drive it into that hole and it'll seal it up. And my first reaction was, I'd be so afraid that set screw would come out and get sucked into the motor, right? But because there's a lot of people out there who watch this channel smarter than I am, I ordered a kit. So I was like, well, I have all different sizes anyway. So I ordered a million different set screw size kit. And I tried it and when I first did it. And it works really well. I mean, it drives in there. It ain't coming out. So there's a perfect size in there, and I'll find out what it is. But again, mine might be different. But I'll be back in a minute because I got to do that set screw before I forget. Had to put my glasses on because this is small fiddly stuff. I can't see tiny things without my glasses. No jokes about when I go to the bathroom, okay? Let's just leave that. Let's just leave that alone. All right, now, that side's already done. It's an M4 set screw that I drove in to block that off. And then I'm in the process of doing that one. Yeah, I mean, it's what do I use? M4 by 10s, just so it's a nice long one to go in there. No concerns about it backing out and getting sucked into the intake, because it's just certainly not a 10 millimeter. You know, it's a long set screw going in there and blocking that off. So yeah, I mean, there's the modified backplate. I mean, those valves work perfect. I like the look of the catch can as I showed earlier. Stainless steel tee and all that stuff, the time together. I'll put links down below to this stuff that I actually got off of Amazon. You can go look for it in person if you want to. I'm not going to be able to button it up today because I don't have my hose clamps that are on the way. And I just want it to be more permanent in nature. So I've run it on the Twin Cam 88, and you can tell an immediate throttle difference. Just putting the fueling dipstick on the CVO, I can tell a throttle difference, just more responsive. I'm not getting a bunch of oil out of it. I mean, it's there's a mushroom valve inside there that will let stuff by but not back in. One of the guys actually commented. So, and I have pulled the hose off and checked it quite a few times, and it's not full of oil. So from the bottom end of the motor, it's just letting air out, and maybe that's what's stopping it from getting so funky up top, because it's got some, but it's not super funky. And the whole point is, I'm checking yeah, it's not bad. Yeah. So the whole point is, why not, right? My bike's almost out of warranty, and anything that makes it a little healthier, that's going to stop oil from being sucked into the intake and burned and stuck to the top of the pistons and all that stuff, anything that'll do that, I'm going to do it. So I'll let you know in a later video if I can tell a difference, but I mean, for right now, I know that these breather bolts up top are going to be misting that oil and heat and whatnot out into the air instead of back into my motor. And that right there makes sense, right? So DIY, call it 60 bucks or whatever. And if you want to go all in on the nice catch can, then, you know, more. And if you want to do the filter thing, or you want to do decase kit, you know, that's cheaper. You know, if you just do a breather, you're just going to get a little bit of spray on the bottom end on your cam cover and stuff. So that's it for today. Hope you're all doing well out there. Let me know any questions, comments, concerns. Make sure you hit like, please. And if you're not a subscriber, please become one. I appreciate it. We normally do this sort of DIY stuff and some install stuff on the video, but we also do really fun live streams and just silly crap too. So tune in the future, and we'll, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know where I was going with that. Take care of each other out there. Bye.